Hi guys. I'd just like to give a quick update on cost of living in Bulgaria. Having just watched a lady in Portugal who does house sitting, Louise, fantastic channel, great content, and I was looking at her expenses in Portugal, and I was like. It's a bit jaw dropping, really. Well, it wasn't because the costs everywhere in Europe are like skyrocketing. Um, but they seem to be okay here in Bulgaria for some reason. Um, the first quarter of the year. Now we're now in May, so that's January, February, March, April. That's the first quarter, if you like, out of the way. Now, what I've noticed here is things slowing down, and things that were hyped up big time before have now calmed down and even gone backwards. Like the price of eggs has now gone back, not to what it was, obviously. You would highly doubt that anyway, because they were so cheap anyway. They're now like around about 30 stotinki per egg, which is about 15 cents of a euro. And like the petrol was hiked up beyond belief a few years ago, and now that's come back down, but obviously it'll never come back down to what it was. But a firewood, I was very, very surprised a couple of weeks ago. I bought some firewood, and it's come right back down because there's a line here where it's going to be cheaper to heat your house with electric or gas. More or less electric. It won't be gas. You might have one of these portable gas fires, but like people will either use wood or electric, and there's a line where it crosses between firewood and electric, and I think it crossed it, a couple of years ago. I think not last year, but the year before, the wood skyrocketed to like it from about 70 lev per cubic meter to 160 lev per cubic meter. Now this year, a couple of weeks ago, I paid 100 lev, which is around about £45 for a cubic meter of wood. So I'll be paying for the season, for the winter. I'll be looking at using about 3 cubic meters. People use more, but I'm like a little bit hardy and frugal. And but if you've got a family with a wife and kids, and they're going to be using around about 5 cube plus, so that's 500 lev, which is around about 230, £40 for the winter, which isn't too bad really when you think about it. Some will probably use more. Some people are like, they throw the wood on. There's no holes barred. Just throw the wood on the fire round the clock, and if you want to be warm, then that's what you're gonna do. But like, the point being is looking around and on, like, especially looking at the those costs in Portugal that I saw on that lady's channel, especially for the electric and the water and the gas bottles, was kind of jaw dropping, really. Yeah. And even the gas here, it went up a little bit, but it never ever got really gouged here. I think the last one I paid was around about 28-30 lev a bottle, which even that is like, that's 15 euros, and I think she said it was about 47, something like that. So you got to start thinking, like, that those prices are pretty big. Now, looking at the food, if you take the protein, I mean, I'm like a meat eater, egg eater, and butter, and all the rest of it. And if you look at that over the last 3 to 4 years, it went up a little bit, but then now it's all right. It's not too bad. You get a fresh chicken, uncooked, for about, I think it's about 450 lev per kilo, which is quite cheap, really. Now, a ready cooked rotisserie, which is what I buy probably once every 4 days, something like that, I'm paying 13 lev, 13 lev, which is around about £6 for a ready-made, plump, fresh rotisserie chicken. And that lasts me for 3 days minimum, and I might get a soup. Well, I do. I will get a soup out of it on the 4th day, so it's pretty good value when you think about, like, £6, £6.50 for a ready cooked chicken, ready to go. Take it home and, like, do some chips or potatoes, whatever. That's pretty good for 3 days, because £6.50 divided by 3 is like £2, and for a chicken dinner for 3 days, pretty good. And if I don't buy that, I'll buy trout, which is around about, you can get it for 12 to around about 15 lev per kilo. Trout, fresh trout from the mountains. So that's about the same. It's about £6, and for that, for a kilo you get 2 fish. So that's 2 days. Nice big fish. So 2 days. That's £3 a day, £3-4 a day, something like that. Which is, for me, is that's great. So the cost of living day to day here, I mean, rents can go up, but if you own your house outright, which a lot of people do, including me, if you own your house outright, it doesn't go up. Rents will go up, but, like, if you're ahead of the game and you've got your own house, then it's pretty much okay here with the gasoline prices, with the I've just mentioned the food prices per kilo for eggs and meat and fish. So if you weigh it all up, it's quite good, and the car insurance is good, and so the only real big variable I can see going on around Europe is rent and mortgage rates. So if you're out of that equation, you can work around it. You may be able to get by. But I wouldn't like to be in a position with a big mortgage when interest rates go up, or like if you're renting a property and the rents are skyrocketing. And food, I'm talking good quality food, what I'm buying, and you can always scale back on that a little bit. But like, we know people around here who they hunt the wild boar and make all sorts of things from them, sausages and steaks and stuff like that. So so you can always get some of that, but we're not going to starve here. So and the other costs of living, like the council tax and so on and so forth, they're not really going up that much. So I was quite surprised. Well, I was, and I wasn't surprised about the prices in Portugal video. Quite eye-opening, really, the way everything's going up in all these various places. But here, there's only certain things that are going up. Rent is going up. Eating out skyrocketed. Takeaways have gone up a little bit. Not as much as eating out in restaurants and that. Accommodation, like hotels and stuff, has gone up quite a lot. Which, I'll be looking to be going to North Macedonia, Albania, Serbia more. And if I'm going to go away, because Bulgaria, they're pushing it up. I think a little bit too much, but that's how it is. So that's a quick update on the way things are going in Bulgaria. It's still very affordable. It's still, if you kind of cook at home, do your own food, grow some of your own food. I grow all my own herbs and stuff like that. And if you know people who are hunters and you get the wild boar, things like that, it's still quite affordable. It's really not getting out of hand yet, but it could do. So that's my kind of take on the way things are in May 2024. But things could change, but I don't really think they're going to change really that much in the next year or so in Bulgaria. But we'll see, and we'll keep our options open. We might go to BRICS, into Serbia. We never know how things will go, but we're ready and able. Cheers.